Yeah. Hair flip. Yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip. Yeah. Oh my god. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. And hair flipping on these hoes. Hi.
Nick.
Nickelodeon.
Nick.
Nickelodeon.
Hi, everyone. It's time for Ask Ashley.
That's me!
How are you?
I'm doing very well. How
Thanks
are you?
a lot for being here. I'm great. You know, I was thinking about your career. You started in the business when you were, what, 6, 7 years old?
I was 7.
Yeah,
I started doing commercials.
you grew up, you've been very successful, but I was thinking you grew up on television, and a lot of us have to go through these awkward stages in our life. You had to do that on TV. Was that hard for you?
Not when you're 9. Like, when
Right.
you're 9, it's sort of sweet. But when you're 13 and 14 and you're, like, you know, getting pimples and you're, like, growing 6 inches and
Right.
you're awkward, it's not fun at all.
All that happened to me in my late 20s, by the way, which is nice. You're 19 now, is that
Yes,
right?
I'm
And
19.
and you must feel like you've been doing this forever, but you're still so young. Are there things? I mean, 19 is a strange age because you're mature, you're growing up, but there are still things that you probably want to do that kids do, like Halloween. Would you still go out on Halloween?
Of course.
You would. Okay.
Yeah, it's just different because I actually have a team of professional hair and makeup people who actually turn me into Cher for the show, or, you know, it's like...
You can use the people you work with on the show and say, hey, make me something for
I know,
Halloween.
but it just sort of cheapens it when I have to do it on my own, because then
Right.
it's sort of like, oh, I mean, I sort of just want to go as, like, myself, you know, wearing, like, a sweatshirt. It's just sort of...
What
I don't
about
know.
the thing that, like, a lot of us did? Well, I'm going to say a lot of us, and probably no one's going to agree with me, but I would get, like, a refrigerator box and just put dials on it and say I was a robot, you know?
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
idea.
a robot. Wow, no one's with me on that one.
No, but one thing I've noticed is as you get older, like, a lot of my friends, you know, are always sort of like the slutty stewardess or slutty nurse. And it's just so interesting. People are clapping. They're like, that's great.
Let me explain what kind of crowds we get here. Some people act all slutty on Halloween.
No, but it's so interesting how when you're a kid, you're sort of always like the Girl Scout or, you know, whatever.
Right.
And as you get older, everybody sort of wants to instantly slut it up.
Right.
And it's sort of nice to actually go as something sort of funny or whatever. I don't know, but do you have any tips?
I never went out as a slutty. Well, I was
Well,
one
that's
year.
good.
One year I was the naughty librarian. I got a lot of candy that year. Now, you're living in your own apartment now.
Yes.
On your own. Do you cook? Are you a good cook?
No, I'm not so good. I mean, I love cereal because, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You know,
we're talking about
I'm curious about
cereal.
that. What kind of cereal do you like?
I love all sorts of cereal.
What happened to Amanda Bynes? As the conversation around Britney Spears' conservatorship continues, many are looking at other child stars who have faded from the spotlight. Because of this, many 90s kids are wondering what happened to Amanda Bynes. Once the face of Nickelodeon's Amanda Bynes took a hiatus from acting in 2010, in the following years, Bynes struggled with addiction and mental health issues. Having several public breakdowns in 2013 after a 72-hour mental health evaluation hold, her mother was granted a temporary conservatorship over her net worth, set to end in August of 2020. However, recent tweets from a private Twitter account of Bynes has fans concerned. These tweets have fans genuinely concerned and trying to find out what happened to getting Amanda Bynes out of her conservatorship. As a part of her conservatorship in 2013, Amanda Bynes lost control over her social media accounts, with her mom tweeting on her behalf. In an attempt to stay in touch with fans, Bynes allegedly created the account Persian LA 27 in 2014 and goes by the name Ashley Banks on this account. The account is locked, so you have to request to follow her to see anything she posts. The weekend of February 6th, 2021, Bynes went on a tweeting spree exposing the truth about her conservatorship. Allegedly, while court documents say it should have ended in August 2020, Bynes' mother refuses to relinquish control. Because of this, Bynes is next to broke and still has no control over her medical decisions, finances, or public appearances. In another tweet, Bynes claims that she has not received her bi-weekly court-mandated payments from her parents since December 2019. Considering they control her finances, the only way Bynes can access her net worth is through these payments. Bynes even claims her mother shut her PayPal and Venmo accounts, so she truly has no access to funds except the Cash App in her Twitter bio. On Twitter, Amanda Bynes claims what happened to her has left her completely broke. If anyone could help me with the $34 that I need for transportation, then that would literally be amazing, Amanda wrote on Twitter. With no access to her personal finances because of her conservatorship, Bynes claims she has no money to afford to keep up with her appointments. But her fiance, Paul Michael, is unable to help her since she has tweeted he has no license and therefore he can't drive her anywhere as well. Not only is Bynes claiming her mother won't relinquish control over her conservatorship, but she also claims her mother is purposefully trying to make her miss her court-mandated appointments to make it look like she's unfit to take care of herself. Amanda's quote, "I have never ever wanted to take legal action against my own mother, but I literally have been given no other choice," the mystery account tweeted. Bynes also mentions the media worked in coordination with her parents to counsel her by portraying her in a negative light, which made the courts feel that the conservatorship was necessary. Is Amanda Bynes now exposing Dan Schneider? We all knew Amanda Bynes as the Ashley Tisdale of movies and Nickelodeon shows of the early 2000s. This actress went from working with some of the most famous Hollywood actors like Channing Tatum, Colin Firth, and even Kelly Preston. However, after her exit from our screens, she confessed that her mental health was in serious jeopardy during her young career.
How's retirement?
Oh, she's gonna drop. Watch out. And the bomb.
Hey, she shouldn't be driving, bro. She's way wasted, dude.
Amanda Bynes arrested for DUI. The former Nickelodeon star was out in Hollywood, and at 3 a.m. she actually hit a police car. The officer was preparing to turn right, and Amanda tried to pass him, and bam, she hit the cop in her BMW. This is the same girl who just tweeted, "Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well."
That's okay. Let's zoom in, people.
Amanda, do you have any comments about your DUI?
Why are you hiding, Amanda? Why are you hiding?
Property, don't go. No, she's gonna put this other police car. That's what we want.
Who is it?
Amanda Bynes.
I know, huh?
Look at her, she's driving with no hands, dude.
Okay, you know, she just hit your car.
While this isn't the first time that Amanda Bynes got caught up in rumors regarding her mental health, fans now resurface some rumors about her former Nickelodeon executive producer, Dan Schneider, and all his alleged scandals. According to Republic World, Bynes fans claim that Schneider behaved in extremely creepy and inappropriate ways towards Bynes and other young stars. In fact, there's been hundreds of fans pointing out that many female teens were constantly over-sexualized in many Nickelodeon studio shows like iCarly and Victorious.
Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice from a potato.
This is nothing that a child star should have to be especially forced to do. If you pay attention closely to the clip, Ariana almost slips and says, "Ew," at the end of this clip. Listen to her. She's not saying like, "Ew." She's saying, "Ew." She's about to, like, she's disgusted. You can tell that what she's doing, she doesn't want to do. You can see the hesitation in her face. You can see the hesitation as she lifts her head. This is not what she wanted to do. She didn't want to do this. She found it gross. She found it as kind of repulsive, something that she was being told to do, but her body or mind would not agree with. Now, I know watching shows like this, you can completely overlook it, but I'm looking right at this, and I'm sure you are too. Ariana Grande is a teenager at this point in time. Her grabbing the potato, how she grabs the potato, is very suggestive. Not only that, Dan Schneider has her move it in an up and down motion, and he also tells her to open her mouth. These are children that are watching this. Once again, look at how Ariana is holding the potato. Look how she opens her mouth towards the potato. What do you think that is suggesting? I'm just saying. Shout out to Ariana Grande. Poor thing. Let's get back into Amanda Bynes.
You can get juice from a potato.
You have to delete that one in my face. I need to look beautiful. And it's a bad shot. Alright? Please.
Hey Amanda, how you doing?
Come on, you got it, babe.
Amanda, what do you think of Lindsay Lohan saying that, you know, it's messed up that you didn't go to jail and she did? We can't see that.
We're not in Buffalo, and I don't know who you are.
Amanda Bynes, come on up. Step up. Step up. Reckless endangerment, second degree, attempted tampering with physical evidence, and unlawful possession of marijuana.
Are you planning on staying in Manhattan?
Hey, Amanda.
Go this side. No touch, Amanda, please. No touch. Please touch
Is it the ugly locker room? Oh, there's another ugly locker room.
Amanda, what's your dog's name?
Amanda, do you still think the Obamas are ugly?
Yeah.
Amanda, what are you doing in New York?
Really none of your business? I speak to my family every day and call my lawyer, okay?
Other fans targeted Dan Schneider for his terrible remarks about Nickelodeon young actors. And apparently, these comments that made over the years affected Bynes into a complete mental breakdown. Republic World reported that Amanda Bynes wiped her Instagram in July 2020, meaning that all her comments about the situation have been removed.
The claims you made about your dad.
I'm one of the smartest girls on the face of the earth. I'm also a multi-millionaire.
And I'm... Are you still engaged?
Yes.
Getting married, Amanda.
Just tell us his name. I'm never worried. I have no fear.
You're
You guys are my family. I want to be like Marilyn Monroe one day, where I actually feel like an orphan.
Oh, no. Are you sure? No. Oh, sure. Oh, no. Are you sure? No. Oh, sure.
Deadline reported that Nickelodeon legend Dan Schneider left the company in March 2018. Schneider and Nickelodeon stated Dan and his Schneider Bakery team have created a string of lasting, groundbreaking hits over the years, including iCarly, Drake and Josh, Victorious, Kenan and Kel, and the current #1 hit show on Nickelodeon, Henry Danger. Schneider and Nickelodeon added, "We thank Dan and his Schneider Bakery producers, executives, and social media team for their immeasurable contributions to Nickelodeon, and we wish them the best in their future endeavors. And Dan and Schneider's Bakery are proud of the work they did together with Nickelodeon and will always remain big fans of the network." According to Deadline, Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider made the decision after multiple rumors about Schneider's behavior with the stars like Amanda Bynes, and even canceled the producer series Game Shakers. Others have claimed that Schneider has allegedly had issues with a shared office space with other Nickelodeon creators like Cousins for Life's Kevin Koplo and Heath Seifert.
Hat of spoons, and we get
Hat of spoon.
a hat of spoons. This is why I'm in Hollywood.
Yeah. Eat your cereal, kids.
Did she say nice things about me? Because I will tase her if necessary.
Uh-oh.
I have the taser. We haven't had to use it in a long time. But
I said lots of nice things.
So I said nice things about you too.
Oh.
That's going to get on TV.
Thanks, Miranda.
That's going to get on TV.
These videos make me so nervous.
Why?
Hey, you better say your name and get something.
It's just a little hand pop.
Because you never know when you're doing it.
A little man, I was like, what?
You don't. You never know. Is this good on YouTube? This better not be on the tube when I get home.
I would not put this on the
Put
tube.
this on the tube. Why would I lose my mind?
You know what's going to happen if I put this on YouTube. What? You know.
I don't know about you guys, but I can't remember a boss of mine ever kissing me on the cheek, whether male or female, whether invited or uninvited. I've never had that happen. To me, this is definitely an open public display of sexual harassment. There's no reason that Dan needed to kiss this man on his cheek. For what? You're talking about something you wrote. You're talking about the crown of spoons being made. Why did you need to kiss him as if it was like his idea? It wasn't his idea. It was your idea. Even more reason for you not to touch him in the first place. If Dan could publicly sexually harass this man in front of everyone, just imagine what Dan did behind closed doors. HuffPost reported that Schneider's work was always under a cloud of suspicion due to his relationship with many of the Nickelodeon stars. In fact, the company also fired the Loud House creator Chris Safino due to many sexual harassment allegations.
Schneider, and why can't his name get brought up without Ariana's fans stating that he is a creepy old man? Schneider is most popularly known as a producer and screenwriter who has produced many of Nickelodeon's most popular shows, such as The Amanda Show, Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, iCarly, of course, as we mentioned before, Victorious, starring the two beautiful young actresses Ariana Grande and Victoria Justice. Schneider was originally hired by the producer Albie Heek to work on the set of All That. Schneider went on and made many remarkable shows in his 25 years of working for Nickelodeon, but were all of those years good? In the year 2008, Schneider began the production of the famous show Victorious that embarks on the life of an aspiring high school singer named Tori Vega, played by Victoria Justice, along with the rest of her friends at the Hollywood Arts High School. During the casting of the show, Ariana was only 15 years old and was selected for a fun yet ditzy redheaded performer, who was later on in the spin-off of Sam and Cat, who was also produced by Schneider. Being only 15 years old, Ariana stated what a blessing it was to be casted for Nickelodeon, and that it truly was a childhood dream come true. I mean, you can only imagine. Following her award at the 2020 Kids' Choice Award event, Ariana Grande began to reminisce on her Nickelodeon days and said she was very appreciative of the network as a whole, and they will always hold a special place in her heart. From those exact words, you would think Ariana Grande loved her experience on Nickelodeon, but if you ever sat and watched the show, you would be in awe of all the horrific things Dan Schneider made her do on this childhood show. Several of the other cast members on the Victoria show even went to the lengths of calling Schneider out on his inappropriate behavior while on set several of times, and Nickelodeon even decided to part ways with the producer back in 2018. But weirdly enough, Ariana has never said one bad thing about Schneider. But before we get into Ariana and Schneider's odd relationship, let's take a look at the weird moments on Victorious, which were all made up by the main writer, Dan Schneider. First, we could take a look at this strange clip of where Victoria Justice's creator is made into a hamburger, or the weird behind the scene footage showing Dan Schneider sneaking up behind Victorious and iCarly cast members to scare them. Several fans pointed out the fact that he recorded them and would only do it to the girls, which would make it even creepier, especially the fact that most of them were indeed underage. But it only gets weirder. Some of the most strange scenes on Victorious were moments when Ariana Grande stated her random ditzy comments throughout the show that just come across her mind. If you really pay attention to exactly what she's saying in these jokes, a lot of them were extremely inappropriate for a show filmed with young teens. One scene that especially caught fans' attention was Ariana putting her big toe in her mouth, and they understood Schneider's obsession with showing young girls' feet in the show.
Audio recording, I'd like to kill my family. So to be more specific, she was in a car with her roommate, and her roommate recorded her unbeknownst to her, and we all heard her rant, right? Where she was talking about slitting her mom's wrists and had dreams about killing her dad.
I don't want to shoot my father in the face, and that's why I said I want to like strip for him as a joke. I want to literally like lead him into a ditch, and I haven't decided how I'd want to murder him because now I have this like war wound on my face and I don't believe in murder.
And this
Okay, so to be fair, Amanda Bynes also stated in the past that allegedly her father tried to sleep with her while she was a child star. When she was younger, she said that while she was a kid, she did not necessarily get along with her father. She said living with him was kind of like living in prison. And when her mom and dad divorced and she had to live with him full time, that made it 10 times worse. She also stated throughout that time that allegedly her father requested sex from her. Yes, you are hearing me. Amanda Bynes said her own biological father requested to have sex with her. But her stating that she wants to kill her family, who knows where that energy is actually coming from. Amanda did recant and state that she wasn't necessarily telling the truth about what she said about her father, but she didn't fully take it back. So that's the thing. And then she's also had a lot of run-ins with other stars. One of the bad gals of the industry, they were also friends. So it was very confusing when Amanda started to attack this celebrity in tweets.
What on earth is going on? Seriously, this is just way beyond too far. It's no secret that Amanda Bynes has had a pretty difficult weekend between her Thursday night arrest, claims of being sexually harassed by the New York Police Department, and being relentlessly pursued by the paparazzo. However, there is absolutely no excuse for the bizarre, extremely offensive series of tweets she just sent Rihanna's way, seemingly out of the blue. The message, which has now been deleted, read, "At Rihanna, Chris Brown beat you cause you're not pretty enough. At Rihanna, no one wants to be your lover, so you call everyone and their mother that I almost named my new dog Rihanna." Yeah, we don't know what's really going on with that second one, but either way, Rihanna doesn't take shit from anyone and justifiably fired back, saying, "Yeah, see what happens when they cancel Intervention?" Of course, the former Nickelodeon starlet wasn't finished yet and responded and deleted the following. At Rihanna, unlike your fugly-faced self, I don't do drugs. You need the intervention, dog. I met your ugly face in person. You aren't pretty. You know it. Unreal. This is all just way too...
Amanda and Rihanna still don't get along as far as I'm concerned, but I did hear that the real reason that Amanda Bynes did not like Rihanna, because people didn't understand where this energy was coming from. She just randomly started, tweeting. Amanda Bynes also stated in the tweet that the Obamas were ugly, and she stated these same things about Rihanna, but rumor has it the real reason she felt this way about Rihanna and did not like her is because they kind of had their eye on the same guy.
So I thought it'd be great to diffuse some of the past. Are you ready for this?
So ready.
You ready to go there?
Yeah, let's go there.
I don't want to make you cry.
Don't make me cry.
No crying. Okay. When you told Drake to murder your vagina.
I actually wasn't being insincere. I was like saying, murder my vagina.
You were serious.
I was serious, but I was also on drugs. So that was my way of saying like, let's do it, man. But I was like on drugs and trying to be hilarious.
Yeah. Can I be honest with you? He's really cute.
He's hot.
He's hot.
Yeah.
So I mean, for you to see that, I can't blame you.
Thank you.
What's it like to get your vagina murdered?
I don't know.
I'm like, what does that even?
What does that even mean? It just means like, fuck me, Drake.
Okay. Did Black China really steal your look?
I stole her look.
You stole her look. So you're saying it out there. You stole her look.
Oh yeah, I was getting the microdermals in my cheeks because she had them.
Yeah.
I thought they looked super hot on her.
Yeah.
I never said that she stole my look.
Okay, so no, I was asking if she stole your look.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm good friends with Black China. I'm gonna make sure she like
He's aware of that.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of hers.
Oh, that's so great to hear. Yeah, she's really cute.
She's
got
adorable.
Great style.
Yes.
She's got great style.
She's a cutie pie.
So I'm glad we clarified that right now.
Me too.
So I want to talk to you about like some of your old co-stars. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Like, okay, hot to not. How would you rate them? So Channing Tatum.
Hot.
How would you rate Zac Efron? Hot. Because you guys were in Hairspray together.
Correct.
Seth MacFarlane. You guys worked together. Hot. So
they're all hot.
They're all hot. Okay, so there he goes. Sorry guys, no knots. All
No
hot.
knots.
No knots. So I'm going to make it more challenging for you.
Okay, great.
So you said they're all hot, but let's rank them.
Thank you everyone for joining me. Trust me, you're going to want to tune in tomorrow for part 2. This gets way deeper. Dan Schneider also had basically a teen actor academy that he had, and there were some pretty crazy things that went on there. So we will definitely get into more of this. This is just the beginning. Once again, thank you for tuning in to your boy SeanDavieWay, and we will be back with part 2 tomorrow. Thanks for watching.